morning friends. Myself your botany mentor Dr. Mukesh Kumar most welcome in your dream classroom Hortus Botanica. Yes, continue with Morphology of flowering plants. Today we will study modification of adventitious roots. Yes, remember in last class we got an information that adventitious root modifies due to food storage, mechanical support as well as a special function. So we will have to study all the three main causes of modification of adventitious root. So let's see first about modification of adventitious root due to food storage. Yes, so modification due to food storage, right? So what happened? Similarly, as we found in the case of taproot, here also the root will absorb more food, right, from the soil. As a result, it swells up. Swelling provide them a beautiful shapes. Okay, so due to that very shape, we can recognize them after modification, isn't it? So let's see how it becomes after storage of food. So we will get first modification here about the tuberous root. Yeah, tuberous root. Mind well, in taproot we also studied about tuberous root, but what happened? That was the taproot, so that arised from a radical. But here what we are finding, see, we are finding we have this various stem, right, and these are the nodes, and these nodes are bearing very irregular shape structure. So this is not radical, rather it is the node of the stem. Node of stem. So we are finding the roots are arising from the node of the stem. That's why it is adventitious root. Now see what happened. Due to the food storage, it becomes swells. Not very particular structure is there. Irregular structure is there. Irregular. Since it is irregular, that's why called, yes, it is called tuberous, isn't it? So fine, what we have important information. It is similar to tuberous root of taproot, exactly. Their structure is similar. In taproot, tuberous root was also irregular. Here it's also irregular, but mind well, origin is different. Function is same. So you can say that both are, mind well, I am telling origin is different, but we are finding function is same. So remember, very good terminology we use, and that is analogous. Analogous. So you can say that taproot, tuberous root of this taproot and this tuberous root of adventitious root have same function with different origin. So they are analogous to each other. Question may come in your forthcoming examination. So example we have is sweet potato, Ipomia betata, right? Now move to the second and very interesting modified adventitious root. It is fasciculate root or fasciculated root, right? Now fascicle means to say group. What we will find here, we will find that, see, earlier I told you this is the node of the stem and irregular structure is coming like this, and we told it as tuberous root. Fine. So arising from, yes, node of the stem, node of the stem got very irregular structure. Now I am telling you that, see, this is again we have the node and similar tuberous root are there, but they are not in single, rather in group. So if they are in group, these are called as fasciculated root. Fascicle means group, tuft, isn't it? So it is single, so you can say grouped tuberous root is called fasciculated root, right? Or single fascicle, you can't use this term because fascicle means group. So you can say individual of fasciculated roots are called tuberous root. So mind well, in general it's single, right? And it is found in tuft or group. Okay. Now got this example. Very good example is given in our NCRT. Yes, asparagus. See this beautiful diagram given in our NCRT. But similarly, another example we have is dahlia. Yes, scientific name of this dahlia is Dahlia variabilis. And second example we have is asparagus. Fine. So we have three. We have this very important example. First is the dahlia and second is the asparagus. See, asparagus is given. This is also given in our NCRT. So what we find their character? Yeah, it's similar to tuberous root. Which type of tuberous root? Mind well, it is of the adventitious tuberous root, but found in group. As I told you, it is found in the group tuft, and this is about fasciculated. So you can say both are very similar, but mind well, it is single, but it is in group. Okay, now talk about the third types of the root, and this is called nodulous root. By name it is very much clear. Nodule is there. Let's understand here. See, we have this various structure, and these are the node of the stem. They elongate like this, and at the tip they swells up. Node like, these are the node like structure and bulbous structure. So for this particular structure, scientists use the term nodulous root, nodulous root, right now. So they come, another example like this, another root like this. Okay, so what we are finding, they earlier grow in a slender structure, but at the tip they become bulbous, swells up due to the full storage, and such type of this structure is called as nodulous root. Isn't it? So see, the similar structure you are finding, these are the nodes from where they are arising. Earlier it is elongate cylinder structure, and at last it swells up due to the food storage. So what we find here, we find that tip of the root swells up, okay, and become bulbous. That's why it's called nodulous root. And very good example is mango ginger. In Hindi we say ama haldi, right? So scientific name we have is curcuma amata. Another we have example is honey clove. This is also given in our NCRT examination. Okay, where you will find in Neet also. It has been asked that from which family this Melilotus alba is found. What is the nature of root? Yes, the nature of root is nodulous. So mind well, all these three, yeah, arising from node of the stem. First tuberous root, yes, it arises, become regular, but if they will come in the tuft, it is fasciculated, arising from the node as a slender structure, but at the end it becomes bulbous due to the food storage. It's called nodulous root. So we have got these three types of the food stored adventitious root, tuberous root, fasciculated root, and nodulous root. Right? Now move to the next one. Yes, fourth one. We have, this is moniliform. Moniliform is to say beaded root. It is a bead-like a structure. Isn't it? So what happened? Just understand. See, we have again this is structure. It is the node of the stem. Fine, and they will just elongate, swells up like this, taper, swells up, taper, swells up and taper. So we are finding here that this various structure swells up and tapers alternatively. So we are finding this is the tapering. Fine. Similarly, this is swelling. So swelling and tapering occurs alternatively. As a result, it appears like bead shaped and also known as moniliform. So this is very interesting, right? Now see. So you are finding these are the node of the stem. Again see, taper, swelling, taper, taper, swelling, taper, swelling. So alternatively it appears right now. And see what I have given in the characters: swells up and tapers alternatively, as we found in the diagram. And you will interestingly found the same structure not only in the root, rather on the fruit. Yes, whenever we talk about the bitter gourd, yes, Modification, Carencia, you find there these are the fruits. See, these are the fruit. In general, we use it as vegetables, no problem, but it's a fruit vegetables, right? Now what happened? We are finding, see what happened? They are swelling and tapering. See, this is the swelling, again tapering, swelling, again tapering. So very interestingly, that in bitter gourd, not only in root, rather in their fruit too, we will find the similar structure, and it is moniliform, that is beaded like a structure, and it is characterized by swelling and tapering alternatively. Fine. Now see the next and I think last one of this full storage in adventitious root. This is annulated root. Very interestingly, what we find here? We find again, see, this is the node of the stem, okay, and in the node of the stem you find that this swells up, but no tapering. No tapering, unlike nodulated root, this moniliform beaded root. So what we are finding, it is swelling and appears such as the number of discs has been put one upon the another. So see how we are finding this is the annulated root. Annulated root. Okay, we find these are the stalk like a structure, disc like a structure. They are put one upon another in a series. So we can characterize them as series of ring like swellings and present, and you can say present one upon another, one upon another. But I will want to show you that in this root is of, yes, Psychorcia elata, EPICAC. But you will not recall this root, annulated root of Psychorcia by their root, but you will definitely remember this plant by their what? Yes, by their flower. See the beautiful flower. It invites you for kissing. Yes, that's why it is called as kissable flower. So the flower appears that leaves are very hot, red hot leaf is there, ready for kiss or kissing you. That's why scientists had termed them as kissable flower or hot leaf. How beautiful it is, right? So this is the flower, but this is the flower of, yes, kissable flower, hot leaf flower, and this is of the EPICAC or Psychorcia elata, but it is flower, mind well, it's not root. Okay, so it is flower. Okay, and here I given you, this is what? Yeah, this is fruit. So remember fruit of the Kerala, yes, bitter gourd and the root very similar. And here you should remember, oh, kissable flower, very interesting. Okay, Psychorcia elata, and but their roots are annulated, where series of the swollen disc structure root swells and present one upon the another, and it's called annulated root. And one thing very important, that this plant, that is Psychorcia, is the medicinal plant. So it has got medicinal importance. So medicinal plants, medicinal plant it is. Fine. So in this way, we have studied about the 5 types of the modified adventitious root due to food storage. Yes, just get once again. First was tuberous root, second was fasciculated root, third was annulated root, right? We go through details. Now fourth one is, yes, moniliform, and fifth one is adventitious root. So this is the food storage, means to say, due to food storage, adventitious root modifies into these 5 forms. Now let's see about modification due to mechanical support. Yes, mechanical support means to say plant have grown very large, enormous. That's why they need support to stand them, isn't it? So this is called mechanical support. So first we have is this prop root. This is also called as pillar root. What happened here? See, we find that this is the first trunk of that berry plant, but it grows like this. Crown is very huge. So as well as the branches, many branches are growing. They are forming the dome shaped structure. So what happened? The plant need mechanical support. As a result, this very branch bears such types of the root, and that root acts like the pillar. Yes, pillar. It is working like pillar, providing support so that the plant can stand properly. So it's called as prop roots. I think it's very easy. Okay. So what happened? It will rise from, yes, these main branches grow, yes, just downward vertically, attached to the, yes, soil, and provide mechanical support. Okay, provide mechanical support, isn't it? Now come. So it was the prop root. See, very good example also given in our NCRT. So this is the banyan tree. So banyan tree, Ficus bengalensis, scientific name. Another we have PEEPAL. This is a Ficus religiosa, religious plant it is. Okay, we worship this plant. So this is religiosa. So we have 2 important ficus species, banyan and PEEPAL. So what we find here, the main character is arises from branches of the plant, as I told you earlier, and grow downward towards soil, provide mechanical support, isn't it? So see how these are very interestingly, these are the main branches, and see how these are the prop root, okay, coming downward, attached to the soil and provide mechanical support. Now second we have is, yes, stilt root, also known as brass root. What it is? See, similarly we'll find here, this is the, okay, these are the lower nodes of the plant, and what happened? This just grow downward, see, attached to the soil, providing mechanical support to the main plant so that the main plant can stand properly. So see what we find again. See, this is the very structure. So okay, yeah, attach the soil, provide mechanical support. So we find these are the stilt root that arises from the lower node of the plant, and this is very common is maize and sugar cane. You have seen these are the very common plants. No, now see. So this is the see how it's the node, and these are the stilt root arising and attached to the soil and provide mechanical support. So found in maize, Z-maize, scientific name, sugarcane, Saccharum officinarum, right? Now what happened? What we find here, that such roots arise from lower nodes, enters the soil obliquely, okay, and provide MS means mechanical support. Very interestingly, we have PANDANUS. I will explain you. See the PANDANUS. What happened in PANDANUS? You will find here. See, this is the structure. Okay, but you will find the lower. These are the nodes, and the stilt roots are coming from one side only. As a result, it was found that plant was still tilted, and only one-sided stilt roots are arising to provide mechanical support. So these are again stilt root. So these stilt root are different from maize and sugar cane. Why? Because you find here it is one-sided. One-sided stilt root. First point. Second point, it see what we are finding. We are finding this and this. So these are the two branches, 1 and 2. So it is called as dichotomous branching. Dichotomous branching. Okay. So one-sided stilt root, dichotomous branching. Okay, and this is found in the PANDANUS. So is it clear? Now see, this is the structure, how it is tilted one side, and from one side only these stilt root are arising. So it's called one-sided stilt root. Now move to the third one. This is the buttress root. Yes, this is also called as plank root. Okay, so arise from basal. Okay, arise from the basal part of the stem, spread in different directions. See how these are the nodal structure, and they are in different directions. They are growing. Okay, so that they can provide mechanical support. You can see it very commonly in Arjun plant. Yes, Terminalia arjuna, silk cotton also. Yes, Bombay Siva cotton, very common plant. Arjun is a very common plant. You can find how the buttress root are found to provide a mechanical support. Now, the next one we have is the climbing root. Yes, it's very common. You know about the money plant, pothos, orange. What happened here? Arise from the nodal region of the stem, get attached to the substratum, and provide mechanical support. You find we have this this is the support. Okay, and the plant will grow like this. Okay, and the roots will arise from this. These are the roots attached to this very substratum. These are the roots helping the climbing, so called climbing roots. Okay. So this is very common in the money plant. So this is all about the adventitious root and their modification due to the mechanical support. So we have these very 4 type of the mechanical support. Now move to the special function. Yes, when we talk about the special function, first we have is the hygroscopic root. Yes, hygroscopic root. I will give you the explanation. Okay, see, yeah, I'm explaining. What happened here? We have this very plant. This is the, say it is the host plant, and on this very host plant another plant is coming like this. Another plant is coming. Okay, and these are their roots. Okay, and they are the other parts, and this very root is hanging in air. That's why this very structure becomes very specialized, having filament tissues. Okay, and these filament tissues are hygroscopic in nature, means water moisture present in the atmosphere is being absorbed by this root. That's why it is also called as hygroscopic root. Hygroscopic root. Okay, since it is in air, aerial root, hanging in the air, hanging root, having filament tissues for the absorption, so filament root. Okay, absorbing the moisture from the atmosphere, so called hygroscopic root. Isn't it? So what we have, see, we have this very terminology. Aerial root because found in the air. Filament tissue, yes, I told you, it is a hygroscopic in nature. One plant is present upon another plant, so it is called epiphytic, hanging layer, hanging root. So these are also another name of the hygroscopic roots, right? So this is very common in orchids. see the very beautiful diagram, how it is being hanging here, okay, but still alive, having beautiful flowers. No, so what happened? These roots which is formed in air help in absorption of moisture from the atmosphere through filament tissues, right? Now another, we have same condition. What happened? You can find here, I am drawing here. This is the host plant, okay, and another plant is coming upon this host plant. Yeah, this is the guest plant. But what happened? This guest plant will bear a special type of the tissues. That tissues start to suck the food from this host plant. Means to say, such type of the tissues are sucking type. Okay, so they are sucking their food. Isn't it? So this is sucking the food, giving nothing. So this is the parasitic nature. That's why the root which is acting like that through the special tissues, and that tissues are called hostorial tissue. Hostoria is there. So it's also known as hostorial root or sucking root or parasitic root. Isn't it? So see. These are the hostorial root, also known as sucking root, parasitic root. Example is Cuscuta, Viscum, Oropancake. See how these are the trigger, this is the diagram, and you are finding these are the tissues penetrating the host and getting their food. So roots enter the stem of the host to absorb nutrition from the host, right? Now third one we have is foliar root. By name it's clear that the roots are arising from the leaf. That's why called foliar. Foliar means leaf. So this is very common in Salvinia. Okay, that helps in balancing. Okay, another we have is the Bryophyllum. It shows vegetative propagation. So these are the also special function of the root. Now, so see how these adventitious roots are in the Bryophyllum. You have seen Bryophyllum. These are the tip of the, these are the margin of the leaf, and from that very part this structure is rising, and these are the adventitious roots. Now move. Fourth one we have is the reproductive root. By name it's clear. The root helps in the formation of new plant. Okay, that's why it's called reproductive root. It is found in Daldergia, sesame, dahlia and sweet potato. What happened here? We will find that fleshier adventitious root form adventitious buds. Yeah, this bud will give rise to the new shoot. So that helps in the vegetative propagation. And this vegetative part, as the root is bearing the new plant. New plant formation is the propagation from the vegetative part, that is roots. The term we have is vegetative propagation. Now think about the next one, fifth. This is assimilatory root, also known as photosynthetic root. Photosynthetic root, as it synthesizes food. So this root may in aerial position or in submerged condition. In aerial condition it is found in TINOSPORA, but in submerged condition it is found in TRAPA. Both become green and synthesize the food. That's why it is called photosynthetic root or assimilatory root. Isn't it? So this is very interesting. Example we have seen. First example, aerial type, yes, TINOSPORA, and submerged condition, this is the TRAPA. Okay. Beside that, exceptionally you can also recall one more example, that is the podostemon. Okay, has aerial roots and is also assimilatory roots, synthesize food. Now next one we have is the floating root. Yeah, we will find here that these are the node of the plant and they become such types of this. See, these are the adventitious root growing around, and it just spread at the basal part. Okay, so that when the water current will come, it will balance its body, okay, and provide mechanical support to the main body part. Okay, that's why it's called floating root. And balancing root also found in the Juicia. So this is a wide spongy root. See how it is, this spongy root, These help in the floating. So these are the floating root. No. So okay, and these are arising from the branches and help in the floating as well as respiration, because they have also these have also pore structure. Now next one we have is root thorn. By name it's clear, thorn is the protective structure. Means to say it will occur only when there will be the lack of water. Water deficit habitat will be there. So we will find here that it is more common in the Hortus, Armatus and Acanthorrhiza. So what we find here, that root will be modified into the hard, thick and pointed structure and act as defense organ, right? Now next one we have is contractile root. By name it's clear. Earlier it was spread, but it settled down. Okay, as a result, it shrinks its body up to 60 to 70% from their original length and volume. Okay, and finally they bring underground organs at the proper depth in the soil. See how these are the rising. Okay, and it is being settled down. Okay, underground structure. So these are contracted roots, and this is very common in crocus, saffron, freesia, right? Now, so these are they have also stem, corm. This corm is the stem, and these are also underground stem. So from that very corm they have node, and from node such contractile roots will arise. Isn't it? Now, so this is all about the your modification of adventitious root due to the food storage, due to the mechanical support, and due to the food storage, mechanical support and special function. Okay, so this is all about modification of adventitious root. Stay tuned, revise all the roots, okay, and be a great doctor to serve our Indian citizens, that is serving of the humanity. I am with you, your botany mentor, Dr. Mukesh Kumar. Okay, so thank you very much.